Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Dollars No Change. If it ain't about money, it ain't about a thing. Listen. But listen, though. I was sitting here, just thinking to myself, like, yo, damn. Yo, the government is smart, but the government is stupid, too. But for the most part, the government is smart, right? And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, man, how they just got us all in the trance. Like, niggas is all in the Matrix and La La Land, Hallelujah Land. Like, I don't know what type of land we in. You know what I'm saying? What type of society is this? Like, everybody in the Matrix, bro. Like, this shit don't make no sense. But listen, though, right? So I was just sitting here thinking, like, yo, the government was smart, right? Because they came up with a law that they implemented and put into place, right? Years before niggas was even born and shit, right? They put this law into place that when you get married, you can only be with one person, right? That's a law in the United States, right? But they know, they did their research, used their resources, did their studies on this shit. They know when God created men, it wasn't just for him to be with one woman, and the government know that. They have the knowledge on it, right? So what they did was put in the law to prevent men from dealing with multiple women, right? Now the government know that the man was going to fall victim to that law, and they was going to generate millions of dollars because of this law. But the government know that it's not in a man's nature just to deal with one woman. This is like putting that law into place is like, it's like keeping control on population control, bro. If you ask me, this is how they keep the population, like this. I'm saying they can control it. You know what I'm saying? Because they put the law into place saying that a man can only marry one woman, only have one wife. Because in other countries, it's not like that. You can have multiple wives because they understand that when God made men, it's in our nature just to deal with multiple women and have multiple families. This is how we keep societies going. The government know that. You know what I'm saying? The more you having sex and you're out here, you know what I'm saying, making babies, you know what I'm saying? The population get bigger. They don't want that. Because the bigger the population, the harder it is to control everybody, right? So the government knew that. The government knew that and put that law into place. You feel what I'm saying? But they're using women to do it. Because we all know that women, a woman is an emotional creature, right? So if a man that she's in love with cheat on her, she is going to be mad, or she's going to go to the courts and try to file for a divorce and not deal with you and take you for everything you got. In most cases, that's how it happens, right? The government know that. So the government plays on that and program these women to think that it's wrong for her man or her husband to have another wife in the house. Like if it's not possible to coincide. And it's evident that it works, right? Those poly relationships be working. You know what I'm saying? They don't be having no issues over there on that side. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody working together is like a big old family, right? So the government is basically using women emotions to destroy the man for profit. You know what I'm saying? And after they're done with taking everything from the man financially, right? The woman gets paid and the government gets paid. And then it just keep going on and on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like really sitting here thinking about that. Because I know that's not what God made men for. And that's not what they made God. And I know that God didn't make women for that purpose. You know what I'm saying? I believe God made both of us so we could coincide together and keep society going. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I feel. Like, I feel like we just supposed to sit here, create, make families, you feel what I'm saying, and coincide on earth together and kumbaya. You feel what I'm saying? But listen, I was just sitting here thinking about that, man. Like, listen. You gotta open up your mind. You can't just be sitting around not thinking. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta look around, like, look around your surroundings and just ask yourself questions like, why is this that? And why is this? And why is this that way? And why everything is, like, system-based? Like, we just living in the system. Because we are living in the system. Listen, something to think about. Listen.